The search for baby Emmanuel Haro unveils shocking revelations and haunting suspicions cast onto the parents who are now arrested. Landfill searches are narrowing in on the body of baby E.
I thought it would be the best bet to come together with them and present that to you. Chrissy, Ola, Jay, and Mama Pearl, prayers for baby Emmanuel. Thank you for supporting Guilty of Crime, all right? I appreciate it. All right, I see some things flying in chat, and I just can't get them all, but I do want to shout out to Beyond the Evidence. I don't think they should get a plea deal. Well, wait until you hear after today. Let's get you guys up to date and up to speed. Little Emmanuel Haro, 7-month-old, Yucaipa, California, still missing. All right, so what we're talking about today, Jake says he's the fall guy. Jake says he didn't do it. Is Jake pointing his finger at Rebecca? Rebecca is still not pointing her finger at Jake. All right, please say, and I'm going to show you the evidence, please say they have a good idea where Emmanuel's body is. All right, according to them, with the Perkins deal in place and Jake talking his mouth off, they have hints, and with what he told them while he was looking for baby Emmanuel's body, they took the hints and they're looking. Why are they keeping this quiet? All right, landfill searches are rumored to be targeted by law enforcement in a specific area, and that's why I have that behind me today. All right, guys. Now, listen, you guys know the disappearance of Emmanuel Haro happened in August. We're in September 19th. His mom, Rebecca, claimed a stranger came and said, "Hola," knocked her out outside of Big Five. Investigators soon arrested both Jake and Rebecca. They're both being charged with the big M as well as child abuse, folks. Right now, to this day, Emmanuel still hasn't been found. Rumors of landfill confessions, trash can disposal, and lots of secret family lies are coming to fruition in this case. So, what really happened to baby Emmanuel, and where are we right now in or on September 19th, 2025? Well, listen, guys, these people showed up at court 2 days ago and everything got pushed out. October 16th for Jake and October 28th for Rebecca. What's going to happen? Dates for felony settlement conferences and preliminary hearing was moved to October for both of them. What does that mean? All right, baby Emmanuel is presumed dead by law enforcement and the investigation continues. All right, so let's get into it. I wish, Kate Cheapskate, I really wish that they would get LWAP, but I don't think that's going to happen, and especially with what the judge did in the previous case. All right, Lolo Loves, new to your channel, you have good content. I like your channel. Lolo Loves, thank you. I appreciate you. Hit that like button and come on in, chill out, talk with chat. Let's see what's going on with you on this lovely Friday. All right. All right, what are we talking about? Haters here. Haters are always going to hate. They're significant and irrelevant. Thank you, Jennifer B. I do appreciate that. And yeah, absolutely. Let's give Jay some love for all their hard work. Thank you. Beyond the Evidence, Marv. Much love to you guys. Thank you for being here. You could be anywhere else right this very second, but you're here with me. Let's just start this off by this man outside of court telling us what happened 2 days ago, and then I'll get into it. Tracy, you know I'm going to shout you out when you say this is the best part of your day. What is up, the sexy, juicy lime muffin, Tracy? All right, where the heck is Yucaipa? Yucaipa is down south by Bakersfield in California. I'm in Northern Cali. They're in Southern Cali, all right? You remember on the Tira, that guy's gotten popular from this case, and he's all getting together. Everybody that's on this case is getting together today, right here, guys. All right. Love Jay's Friday Lives. I'm always in a great mood on Friday, man. Like, what's up? I'm so happy to make it through the week. I don't know if everybody really understands the effort that I put into this channel on top of my 8-hour-a-day job, taking baby Guilty to school every single day, picking baby Guilty up every single day, dinner, bath, rubbing her feet before she goes to bed. I have long days, guys, and it's nice to be on the island, but I definitely do work hard and I enjoy I enjoy having the weekends off. So thank you guys for being here. What is this little baby seeing? Look at him. He's so beautiful, man. I just can't understand it. Yeah, put it on the TV. Go do your chores, Marv. I hear ya. Hey, strangers. What's up, Kathy? Good to see you. Thank you guys so very much for being here on the Tira. Lost his sponsorship. Well, he's going to be on an episode today, and you're going to hear from him live about 30 minutes ago from Ukaipa. I wish I can go look for baby Emmanuel. Yeah, but I think they're looking at a particular spot, and they don't want the evidence to be disrupted. So let's get into it, all right? We're going to remove this and add this to the stage, and you're going to listen, and we're going to go back and forth, read, listen, and discuss, all right? Here we go. This is outside of the courthouse 2 days ago.
Hi, everybody. Garrett Hotto with KESQ News. Well, today's felony settlement conference for Jake and Rebecca Haro was pushed back until about 10:20. The whole thing lasted about 5 minutes, and we have new court dates for Jake and Rebecca. A felony settlement conference is now slated for October 16th for Jake and Rebecca, with prelims scheduled for October 28th. So not a whole lot of new details here.
No, but I'm going to give you more. I just needed to have a quick little, hey, here it is. That's what they're doing. He talks real fast. Now, I got to tell you, I saw someone saying it'd be a miracle. I have been doing this true crime thing for a long time, my friends. And I'll tell you what, it doesn't happen often, but it does happen. It does happen. And when law enforcement says that they have a target on where baby Emmanuel may be, I kind of believe them. Even if they find a diaper, even if they find something, then guess what, guys? They're going to find that guy. They're going to find some DNA, and they're going to use that against them. So I'm going to stay on that side right now, that they're going to find little Emmanuel, even if it's just a part of him. Remember, they went to go get a saw that day. They wanted a saw. Yes, I was going to say that, but I didn't want to put my foot in my mouth. They found Quentin Simon in a landfill. And even if it were just bits and pieces, it does happen. Thank you, V. Much love to you. Shout out. Appreciate you. I hope to see you in green real soon. Miracles do happen, and many in these cases, and especially when they tell us that they're looking at a spot, guys.
We have reached out to investigators in the DA's office, and we'll keep you posted right here at News Channel 3. Hi, everybody.
I love these little quick and dirty news stations that they have. That's big, huh? I'm real big on here. Let's do this. Let's put this back, and then let me show you what I'm talking about. We're just gonna kind of go through from 3 days ago, 2 days ago, and 1 day ago. That's what we're gonna do. All right. So let's check this out, and then I'll read a little bit to you. Let's just jam through this here.
The parents of missing 7-month-old Emmanuel Haro are set to be heading back to court today. Jake and Rebecca Haro have both pleaded not guilty to their baby's murder. Today's hearing is for a felony settlement conference. The Haros claim baby Emmanuel was kidnapped from a parking lot in Ukaipa last month.
Yep.
But investigators say their story quickly fell apart. Investigators believe Emmanuel died as early as August 5th from long-term child abuse by his parents. His remains have yet to be found.
And listen, guys, that is exactly why they gave them the capital M and child abuse. How can they prove child abuse if they don't have a baby? Tell me that much. And yes, absolutely. We're all about prayers here. We need prayer warriors. All right. All right. Let's take a look at this. We're going to take a look at one more little clip, and I'm going to read this to you about their appearance in court. Listen, 2 days ago, Jake and Rebecca Haro back in court, dates for felony settlement. You guys might want to write this down. Felony settlement conference and preliminary hearing. Now, that means they're going to try to settle. And if they don't, they're going to move forward with the preliminary hearing to find out the evidence they have to go to trial. Okay, right now, baby Emmanuel is presumed dead. All right. And let's just take a look at these monsters in court together. All right. And I'm straightforward with you guys. I always tell you, I don't think they're going to find anything, or I think they will, or I'm straight up with you about if I think like Sebastian's no longer with us. Right. And I've said that for a long time. So there's these monsters in court, no eye contact with each other, no relations. And they were in there just 5 minutes or so for this particular hearing that got pushed out, or this, I don't know if it was a hearing. I think it was. All right. So this is going to get pushed out real fast here. Not much to hear, not much to see. They were back in court September 16th, and it got pushed out again. All right. So I want to make sure you see those deadbeat piece of trash parents sitting there in court, no connection to each other, it would seem. However, people on the inside are saying that Rebecca is still sticking up for Jake and calling him a good father. Oh, yes, Kath, I love Spain. I want to go there. Watching from Spain on vacation. Kath, shout out to you. I want to go to Spain so bad. All right, so check this out. They made it to court. There's talks of a deal coming. Why are they coming out with a deal? Why are they doing this when they're blasting the judge for the last sentence he got, which shouldn't have put him out at all? All right, so let's pull this out. I'm going to show you. We're going to talk about the landfill. We're going to get into all of it today, all right? This is from X, Brianna Whitney reporting, Baby Matt. Okay, we're going to talk about the remains being at the landfill and the information that is coming from law enforcement on the hush-hush. All right, yes, Jake has the nerve to be asking for a bail reduction. Both of them do. This, at least they're locked up still, all right, guys? So baby Emmanuel Haro's remains in a landfill. Private investigator, and this is not the only private investigator that's working on this scene. I had so much information today when I looked up this case, but I wanted to bring you the most up to date and the most, we'll say, well-known people, because I don't want to report false reporting. All right. Private investigator at SF Investigates, if you believe that, from Brianna Whitney, who's been conducting drone surveillance over scenes in the Emmanuel Haro case, shares possibility based on the officials' comments. All right, so let's talk about that now.
The DA said they have a strong suspicion, or they understand that they believe Emmanuel is in a certain area or location. They haven't found him, but they believe they know the area where he's in. What do you make of that?
I don't have any inside information, so I don't want this put out as anybody take this as fact. But to me, I think that means they believe he's in a landfill. And
okay,
yeah, and there is several landfills in that area. In fact, Badlands, which is where Jake was, the other side of that, the back side of that hill, is the beginning of a landfill. So, but there's one close to their house too, and if he was discarded in a dumpster or something like that, then unfortunately he would go to a landfill, and maybe that's why.
Exactly. So right now we're listening to what they're saying behind the scenes. We're listening to private eyes. We're paying attention to what the police are saying and what they're not saying while still investigating. And the fact that they don't want people out there searching means that they don't want to taint the evidence that they might have. All right.